Oh. Hey everyone, this is our little wrap-up video for 2021. I don't think Milton's been on the camera in a long time. Where are you going, Milton? Oh, he's lying on my lap. Yeah, I don't think he's been on the camera for a little while now. Here he is. Still cute. Anyway, I thought I would film a quick wrap-up video for what's been a very interesting year. Following what was such an interesting 2020, I guess we were a little bit silly to think that 21 would be much better. Yeah, there was that whole middle period where it just feels like a blur. I mean, in fact, the last 2 years, 2020 and 2021, feel like the same year, and I suppose it is the same bad dream that just keeps on going, keeps on enduring. So I hope you're all keeping safe. I hope you're all staying well, and yeah, we've seen some crazy stuff this year, so who knows what 22 is going to bring. So yeah, for us it's ended a bit interestingly as well. Poor Gillian's been quite unwell, so she's had a couple hospital admissions, which has meant Christmas has been not the greatest, but she's in the right place, so hopefully she will improve and be better for the new year. Other than that, it's been business as kind of usual. The family has done well this year, I think. You know, we've had some big positives, and yeah, so there are, you know, you take the good with the bad, right? And yeah, I think whilst COVID, whilst lockdowns and isolations and things like that haven't been so great, you know, we've had a fair bit to look forward to as well. So I sometimes don't come across that positively, but I do try to look for the positives where it's available. And I mean, you know, for the first time in a while, we went into the cinemas and we saw some films this year. James Bond's No Time to Die and Dune, two films that we were really looking forward to that got postponed and postponed. We finally were able to see, and hopefully there'll be more of that. Certainly with the new Matrix that's come out next year, if Top Gun finally is released, and whatever else is coming. So there are, you know, signs of returning to normal. But of course the big news from my recent vlogs, as you may have seen, is the news that the great maker himself, Joe Michael Straczynski, is behind a Babylon 5 reboot. And who could have predicted that that was going to come up? And I mean, even without that happening, I was happy enough to get my hands on a couple of the original Babylon 5 books. This one I covered earlier, the Passing of the Technomages trilogy, and then I got my hands on The Shadow Within, which is a good companion prequel to that. So I'm very excited to get into reading these at some point. You know, for sci-fi, it's been quite a good year. We've had, if we start, you know, Star Trek Discovery had season 3 at the beginning of the year. We now have season 4 is running now. We've had Lower Deck season 2. Prodigy has started. We've got Strange New Worlds. We've got the new Picard all coming next year. Lost in Space, The Expanse. I've probably forgotten something, but there's just been a lot going on, and it's all been good TV. It's all been good viewing. With regard to the vlogs, I don't know. It's a bit weird. Sometimes it's hard to find something to talk about, and then Babylon 5 came up, and there was something that I could talk about for a very niche audience, but they seem to work. I had some Lego videos that I put together, and I've continued to build and purchase and sold some Lego, so that's all kind of very fluid. But of course, with the way things were, shows and that were very limited. I think we went to one show earlier in the year, which was good to get down to that at least. But, you know, in other things, I did more flying this year than I have in previous years. So I actually went to Melbourne twice, and so that was nice. We had our first family holiday since Gillian's been born, really. We went up to the Hunter Valley for a few days, and that was nice to get away and get Gillian into the idea of what a holiday is. So, you know, as I said, just some sense of returning to some sort of normality, even amongst you know, the lockdowns that Australia's faced. And I mean, I don't want to keep harping on about those. We've done a lot better than a lot of other countries in the world. And, you know, it's all relative, right? I mean, you know, we were complaining about a few hundred cases. We're now in the tens of thousands of cases from what I heard this morning. Again, relatively compared to other countries that, you know, where I've friends who've been reporting on what's happening over there, we've done fairly well. And what little complaints we have is nothing, really, which why these protests and things that have been happening, I suppose, angers me even more. But that's a completely different topic, and I'll try and stay away from that. But anyway, I guess that's just a really short, and as all my videos go, unscripted recap on 2021. We'll see how 22 goes. There's some cool stuff that's coming, some I've touched on. Obviously, I'm building my new computer as well. I've been getting parts for that, and I think I'm going to cover that in a vlog of some sort. So stay tuned for all this in the new year. Only a few days to go. Hopefully Jillian will be home for New Year's, and yeah, bring on 22. I mean, you know, that's all we can really say and see what happens. As I said, I hope you are all looking after yourselves and staying as well as you can. Reach out to those that you may not have heard from in a while, see how they're doing as well, and keep your families safe. And yeah, I'll see you in the new year. Thank you all.